Hi, my name is Tim Miller, and I'm the President of Business Development Associates. Thank you for asking for additional information about our company. We work with a number of restoration contractors around the country and have for the last 15 years. People like Mark Springer at Dayspring Restoration, Cliff Ellis at Complete Restorations, Dave Sweet at Midwest Remediation in Indianapolis, and many, many others, helping them to increase top-line revenue as well as bottom-line profits. And really the purpose of all this is to ultimately enable them to utilize their businesses for true wealth creation. And while we've worked with many restorers around the country, we're not a perfect fit for everyone. And having said that, the restorers we work well with typically engage with us because they're deeply concerned about the percentage of their business that is coming from TPAs. And this is decreasing profits and increasing their vulnerability, where a phone call can vaporize huge chunks of their business instantly. Or sometimes they have full-time marketing people, but they don't know exactly what they're doing or if their activities are actually growing their business, and they're not sure what to do or tell them to do to be more successful. Or sometimes they're worried that the dramatic changes in the industry over the last 5 to 10 years have created new challenges to growing their business. Sometimes growth has stalled or even started going in the wrong direction, and they're actively searching for new ways to drive the growth of their business instead of weather or good luck. So while BDA provides a wide variety of services to help restorers address these issues, our solutions are customized to each client. But let me share with you the broad strokes of how we typically work with restoration contractors. We need to start by looking at the fact that our industry is in a maturing phase. All industries go through 4 phases. And if you've been in the industry for a while, you might remember the emerging phase and certainly the growth phase. But now that we're in the maturing phase, we're faced with a lot of different challenges. The mature phase of industries is one of excess capacity. So there's lots and lots of competition and way more capacity on any given day than there is business. And the only exception to that really is when there's a storm or hurricane or something of that sort. And so the mature phase of an industry is really characterized by excess competition, which tends to drive prices down, and TPAs are evidence of that fact. And that, of course, drives margins down, and that causes business owners to really struggle with how to operate more efficiently so that they can generate the profit that they need. And this can cause service to suffer. So it's a very, very challenging phase when an industry is in the maturing phase. And I'm not sure that it'll make you feel any better, but it's not just restoration. 80% of American industries are actually in a mature phase. Now, for those of you that have been around for a while, you might remember the old strategy where, you know, you did good work and great service. And that was your main driving value system. You cared about the customer. You did some fundamental advertising and marketing. You know, you had your yellow page ad. You did van wraps. You had your business cards. You had maybe some route marketers out dropping donuts or candy. And you could sit back and wait for the phone to ring. And you know what? The phone rang because there was not the kind of excess capacity that we have today. But those days are over. They're long gone, and I think that's probably why you're listening to me right now. So the new strategy is really characterized mostly by creating referral networks of people who find it in their interest to refer your company. And this can be insurance agents and plumbing contractors and property and facility managers, insurance adjusters, a whole host of different verticals. But it's a very different approach to the market today that requires really a different approach. And it requires a lot of work to make that approach work. But given the alternative, in many cases, it is well worth the effort. So there's really 5 major elements that we work with our clients on. And these are marketing strategy, helping them with tactics in the form of specific sales programs, sales training and development, salesperson recruiting, and then increasing efficiency and bottom line profits. So we talk about marketing strategy. Probably the easiest way to understand this is just to give you a very simple example. Let's say that a restoration contractor salesperson walks into an insurance agency, and it could be a plumbing shop, it could be a property management company, it could be any place, quite frankly. And they walk in the door and they introduce themselves let's just use the agent example, to the agent, and the agent looks at them exasperated and says, "Are you kidding me? You are the 5th restoration contractor salesperson that has been here today. Why on earth would I listen to a thing that you have to say, let alone do business with you? What's different about you from all these other people that keep on calling me?" And if your salesperson can't answer that, or the salesperson in the example can't answer that, this is a reflection of no marketing strategy. So fundamentally, marketing strategy is about what makes you different and better than the competition. So if you have salespeople that are calling on prospects like this, your prospect's reaction is probably something along the lines of, "Oh, brother, not another one of these people. Here goes 5 minutes of my life that I'm never going to be able to get back again." And in our world, the sales training world, we call that, technically, the crash and burn. So really, what this tells us is, without meaningful difference, people see no reason to change. And what you want to do is get people to change whatever it is they're doing now and refer and work with your restoration company. So your marketing strategy, therefore, is what differentiates you from your competition, that provides meaningful difference as reasons for them to change. Now, those reasons must be compelling. So you have to ask yourself, why would somebody change what they're doing? Why would they refer me instead of whoever it is that they're working with right now? And there's a hint. It's all about them, not you. Nobody cares about the Honcho 9000 super sucker you've got sitting in your parking lot. What they care about are their business challenges and their business problems. The next area that we work with our clients on is in the tactical arena. So tactics really are about translating your marketing strategy, that makes you different and better than the competition, into specific actions that address the target pain. And just to speak about this for just another second, let's just use the example of an insurance agent. Insurance agents have some very specific pains. One of them is policyholder retention. They want to make sure that they keep the policyholders that they have. So this is clearly an issue that would be well addressed by your marketing strategy and your differentiation. So if you have a way to help them with that problem, that is part of the reason why they should change what they're doing and work with you instead of doing whatever it is they're doing now. Just to give you a sense of how this works. So these tactics are really specific, and in our case, proprietary tactical programs and deliverables that we've created that have generated many, many millions of dollars in new business for our clients over the years, that provide these reasons for the people that you want to refer or work with you to do so. And ultimately, these are really how you address the target's pains and how you solve their problems. So this idea of taking a cutting-edge marketing strategy and combining it with proprietary sales programs or tactics, when you take these two things together, that creates a value proposition. And your value proposition is the basis for the strategic relationship or partnership and the referral relationship. And most importantly, it answers the question, why should somebody refer, hire, or work with you and your company instead of someone else, like their current vendor, or doing whatever it is that they're doing now? The next area that we work with our clients on is sales training and development. So the sales challenge really comes down to this. Once you've got a compelling value proposition, in other words, a strategy and a set of tactics that give people reasons to work with you instead of doing whatever it is they're doing now, now the challenge is communicating it. So communicating it is now into pure salesmanship, right? So salesmanship requires building a territory, filling a pipeline, establishing what we call deals, building enduring relationships, and all of this is designed to generate revenue for you. And a lot of times the missing pieces to a successful sales program for a lot of restorers and for a lot of sales organizations is there a strategic and tactical value proposition? Is there a consultative sales model, a way of communicating that elicits pain and problems that you can solve? Is there a specific sales process that salespeople can be taught and then follow to be successful? Are there specific sales programs, in other words, tactical programs that can be implemented to deliver solutions to the pains of your prospects? Is there sales tracking and accountability? Is there comprehensive onboarding of salespeople and training, or do you just give them about a half day of training, get to know everybody in the office, and then sick them on the market and say, good luck, you're a salesperson, you know what to do? Is there ongoing coaching and management of people? All of these are critical and oftentimes missing pieces of a successful sales operation. So we spend an awful lot of our time training and building sales teams. We assess the current sales team if there is one. We onboard them with a comprehensive training program that takes 3 to 4 weeks. We then go out to your location and work with them in the field and train them exactly on how to implement our sales programs and sales processes. We continue to provide ongoing coaching and training of your salespeople. We also work very hard on goal setting and sales management. So this is really an end-to-end sales management solution. Now, sometimes we need to recruit salespeople, and sometimes that's because we are building a sales department, one person at a time, or sometimes we are adding to a sales team, or sometimes we're replacing people on a sales team. Recruiting of successful salespeople is absolutely critical for any sales organization, and that's because salespeople are really the tip of the spear of your marketing efforts, getting your message out into the marketplace. And it's really, really crucial that we hire the right person. Based on close to 1 million assessments of salespeople, the following numbers emerge. 6% of salespeople, people that call themselves salespeople on their income tax form, right? 6% of those people are absolute superstars. Now, we're going to have a hard time attracting them because they're making $500,000 a year selling pharmaceuticals or heavy industrial equipment, that sort of thing. 24% of salespeople are what I call solid A players, and these are the people that we try to hire. These are people that truly have sales skills, sales experience, and who are able, if they're able to generate $80,000 to $120,000 in revenue on an annual basis, will feel like they are successful. That is the pool that we want to draw from. Now, the other 70% of salespeople, there's no nice way to say this, they suck. Hopefully you haven't hired those people, but if you have a sales organization, you probably have, because this is the way we learn, the hard way. So there needs to be a proven process to hire great salespeople. Now, when you see this next slide, don't worry, I'm not going to go over this. This is just to show you that we do have a very extensive and highly proven process to hire great salespeople. We've done it for many, many years now. Here, this is just some of the elements of that program. Here's the rest of it. But we are very successful in hiring salespeople to work and be successful within the restoration industry. The next piece is we want to increase efficiency and bottom line profits, because what's the point of increasing top line revenue if you're not increasing bottom line profits? So part of what we do with our clients is to help them address operational efficiencies. We have a quarterly financial review against an initial assessment that we like to do. And this allows us to identify areas that may need attention, offer optional services to address specific issues. And we have a management and operations specialist, John Capone, who has been in the restoration industry for many, many years, and owned and trained hundreds of restoration contractors, who performs these reviews and assessments. And companies that want to really take their business to the next level, we offer a product called Closing the Loop, Closing the Deal. And this is an integrated sales process that is installed across your entire company, production and administrative people, to support the sales efforts. This is a very comprehensive program with specific sales processes, scripting, timeline standards, presentation tools of all kinds. It's a very soup to nuts program for companies that are really willing to tackle the challenge of becoming a world-class sales organization. And this will give you just some idea of the flow chart of the Closing the Loop sales process, not to go through it right now, but just to demonstrate that, in fact, this is a well thought out, quite comprehensive program. The BDA team, there I am on the left. I'm, again, the president and the owner. Wendy Nelson is our director of Salesforce development. Laura Polikow is our marketing coordinator. John Capone is our management and operations consultant. And we have a team of additional trainers, coaches, and support staff not shown here, all of whom, if we work together, will be absolutely dedicated to helping your company to its greatest success. So I thank you very much for your time, and I hope that we talk further. Please reach out to our office at 847-386-6556, and we'll be happy to schedule a time to have a no stress, no pressure, no sales conversation about your business and some of your challenges and what you're trying to accomplish, and see if there's any way in which we can help. Thank you so much.